let's try giving a presentation to support startups. Not government projects, but what clients want, what mentors want. Investment. Yes, investment. Let's do an investor presentation. I go and give a fantastic presentation. Hello, I talked about blah, blah, blah in America, and these judges, instead of evaluating me favorably or even looking at me, they didn't even look at my face.
Doesn't it make you mad? I'm putting my whole life on the line. They're probably doing a little better than me. Surely they're thinking these thoughts inside. I did it too.
These people aren't so different from me, yet they're judging me, and they're doing it with numbers. I felt really, really terrible. Wow, this doesn't even feel like a proper investment. Then I started to seriously think about it. So I gathered my stuff and told them something like this. In 2017, to be exact, I launched my company in September. And then, after approximately 4 months had passed, I gave a presentation explaining, for 2018, the next 5 years will unfold like this. So how exactly did I plan out those 5 years? What absolutely must be accomplished in the first year? The market must, without fail, be made to understand me.
I will communicate with the market. I will build my awareness and value in the market. So, the first year. So what was it that I chose? What could it be?
That was the prize, a prize. It was about winning a prize in a competition. Why? It doesn't matter if I went to school in America, that's all useless. Just winning a prize in a contest, but not just any prize. What kind of prize do you win?
Let's win our country's top prize. What could that be? It's probably just the presidential award.
I thought I had to get the presidential award. For 1 year, I definitely get an award. So what should I do in the next 2 years? Since I received an award, I take the award to the state government and say, I got an award, so give me a job.
Let me try to do some work. Give me a job. And if I get the opportunity to work, I will make the product I create feel completely finished, far beyond a mere prototype.
It was our second year in business. And in the third year, as we were completing the project, we had planned to expand significantly in the fourth year, not just with our current clients, but with a much larger type of client. And for the fifth year, to really broaden the B2B relationships we had established. Let me try to explain this a little more simply for you. So in 2018, I called all my employees together and told them the following.
I told our director, for the first 5 years, we will only be working with the visually impaired.
If SpaceTech was for all people, I would only choose the visually impaired. Why? The visually impaired were the most challenging to work with. I think if we solve for these specific groups, the rest will become much easier. We'll begin with the visually impaired. Then, after about 2 years, we'll address those with physical disabilities. Following that, we'll focus on the elderly. And finally, autonomous driving. When I explained this plan, our manager's response was that they couldn't understand what I was talking about at all at that moment. And it's worth noting that our manager hasn't studied development.
So what do you just do? Only planning. What planning? When it comes to planning ideas, I really can't plan them the way our Ingyu does. But there was something quite interesting he asked me while we were planning, and that was, he asked, boss, is it really okay to just plan it out like this? We don't even know if we'll actually develop it, so can we just plan it exactly how we want? He actually asked me that specific question quite a lot. So what do you suppose I told him in response?
Right. This is the advantage. Not knowing development is a strength. If you know development, you're limited to what you know. But since I don't know, I'll just do whatever I want, comfortably.
Instead, when we're doing the planning, who is at the very center? It's always people with disabilities. We keep meeting with them and we only plan based on what they want. That's how we approach our planning. At that time, we didn't have a single developer on our team. It was just 3 planners doing exactly what we wanted, and that's how we began.